So let's talk about something that so many of us are going through, trying to figure out how to exercise during perimenopause. It can feel like all the old rules just don't apply anymore, right? Well, today, we're going to explore how to move smarter, not necessarily harder, to feel strong and steady through this whole transition.
Okay, let's just start right here, because this question, it really hits home, doesn't it? It's like one day things are chugging along just fine, and the next, it feels like your body got a completely new operating manual and didn't bother to tell you. If you're nodding your head right now, trust me, you are in very good company.
And I'm willing to bet some of these look pretty familiar. You know, sleep gets all kinds of weird. You suddenly have this weight that just wants to hang out around your middle. Your mood can feel like it's on a total roller coaster. And energy? Well, it's just unreliable. It's frustrating, and it is absolutely real.
All right, so to figure out our new game plan for movement, we first have to understand this new rule book our bodies are using. Let's dig into the why behind all these shifts.
You see, perimenopause isn't just a switch that flips overnight. It's more like this long on-ramp that can go on for years. And during this time, our key hormones, especially estrogen and progesterone, they don't just gently decline. Oh no, they fluctuate like crazy. And those ups and downs are what's directly messing with our sleep, our mood, and even how our body fundamentally holds on to muscle and bone.
And this right here really shows you what's going on. When estrogen was higher and more stable, our bodies were pretty good at maintaining muscle. Fat was distributed more evenly, and our bones were strong. But as estrogen starts to drop and fluctuate, well, the script flips. It becomes harder to hold on to muscle. Fat seems to have a new favorite spot right around our abdomen, and our bone density starts to decline. The key thing to remember is, this is not your fault, it's just biology doing its thing.
But here is the crucial part, and honestly, it's fantastic news. Movement becomes one of the most powerful tools in your entire toolkit. Seriously, the right kind of movement can help ease hot flashes, improve that tricky sleep, boost your mood, and protect your heart, muscles, and bones, all at the same time. It's a game changer.
So how do we actually harness that power? Well, it's not as complicated as it sounds. It really comes down to a simple, new framework built on 3 key pillars of movement.
Now, I want you to think of this like a weekly menu, not a rigid, strict rulebook. The goal is just to build a plate that has a little bit of these 3 things. We're talking about 150 minutes of moderate cardio for your heart, a couple of strength training sessions to protect that muscle and bone we just talked about, and then some time for things like balance and flexibility to help calm your whole system down.
Okay, I know that might sound like a lot to juggle, so let's get really practical. We're going to create a smart action plan by focusing on the 2 things that give you the absolute most bang for your buck during this phase.
If you only remember one thing from this whole chat, please let it be this. Strength is your metabolism's new best friend. Remember how we said we start losing muscle more easily? Well, muscle burns calories. So losing muscle slows down your metabolism. Strength training is the #1 way to fight back against that. It is absolutely non-negotiable.
And look, it does not have to be complicated or take hours. We're talking 2, maybe 3 short sessions a week. 20 or 30 minutes is plenty. Just focus on those big, functional moves that use a bunch of muscles at once. Things like squats, rows, maybe some push-ups against a wall or counter. The goal is just to feel a little bit of a challenge by the end, but never, ever pain. You have to listen to your joints. This is about being strong for your life, not training for a bodybuilding competition.
Okay, on to our second priority, cardio. It's still super important, but the way you do it now really matters. It's time to rethink our approach and make it much more friendly to our joints and bones. The secret here is to choose things that don't pound on your body. Brisk walking is an absolute superstar. But so are things like cycling, swimming, even just putting on some music and dancing around your living room. You know, trying to push through a super intense, high-impact workout when you're already stressed out and not sleeping well can actually backfire and just leave you feeling more exhausted. Gentler is often way smarter. And that leads us to what is maybe the biggest mindset shift of all. You have to learn to work with your body's energy levels, which can be all over the place, instead of trying to constantly fight against them. I absolutely love this analogy. We have to get rid of that old all-or-nothing thinking, you know, where you either do a crazy hard workout or you do nothing at all. Instead, think of your movement like a dimmer switch. You can dial the intensity up or down depending on how you're feeling on any given day. So what does that actually look like? Well, on a day where you wake up and feel pretty good, that's a great day to do your strength training or go for a longer, faster walk. But on those days when you feel foggy and just
Blah. You don't do nothing, you just turn the dimmer way down. Maybe that's just some gentle stretching, a really slow walk, or a few minutes of restorative yoga. It all counts, and it keeps the habit going without draining you.
Okay, I get it. This can all feel like a lot to take in, especially if you feel like you're starting from square one. So let's break down exactly how to start, and this is the important part, how to make it stick.
The secret to all of this is to make it almost impossible to fail. Set the bar so low that you can't help but step over it. If you're not doing much right now, just start with a 10-minute walk a few times a week. That's your only goal. Once that feels totally normal, then you can tack on one little thing, like doing a few squats using a chair for support. You build the habit first, then you slowly build the intensity. Because at the end of the day, this is the most important rule in the new rulebook. A short walk that you do consistently, day after day, is going to do so much more for you than some heroic hour-long workout that you only do once every 3 weeks because it completely wipes you out. What you can stick with is what will actually change your health for the better.
So, as we wrap up, I'm going to leave you with this question. Just forget about trying to overhaul your entire life overnight. That never works. Looking at everything we've talked about, what is one tiny, doable first step you can take this week? Because that first small step, that's the most powerful one you'll ever take.